Good morning, viewers. If na your first time wey you dey watch my channel, abeg no forget to share this video. Without wasting much time, make I just go straight to the point. Today na Kokodaki women na I wan talk to. You know, when I say Kokodaki, na black people be Kokodaki. You understand? If you never hear that word before, you know, because of our behavior, that's why that name come up, Kokodaki. Because our own things, anything where we do, we always they like to do an opposite. We like to copy wetin we no know. We want to celebrate wetin we no know. We want to preach wetin we no know. So, you know, now so we they do our own thing. That's why when we go the Oyibo school, we think say now Oyibo, every of their thing I be the best. And that's why our women, they know they respect us. They won't do especially not be all women, no. Not be all our women, not be all Kokodaki women, but mostly the feminist one. The ones where want implement the Western culture by force, by fire, by force, say, nine black man go follow. That's why you see a lot of our women for Europe, they divorce, for America, for South America, because they won't copy Oyibo. But they forget, say, if Oyibo marry, then they pay tax to the government. They know they do traditional because they say fuck tradition. We know we no follow tradition. You know if you carry that to black man mentality from Africa come Europe. Europe is different. Europe is that. But when they marry you from Africa, you know tell them say make them pay tax to the government. You say make them do tradition. They pay diary to your family. They cook food. You implement what you want. They buy clothes. They buy this. They buy cow. You give the man list. You don't tell them say for Igbo land, they know they do like that. That for Igbo land, they have specific amount where you go pay. That every man where one marry can pay that money. You know go dey different. You go pay that money. Once you pay that money, you don't marry be that. That is when it's recognized say you don't marry. You know go do all this celebration. Nobody go implement any false celebration. Say you must go church. Now church they go wedding. After you don't do traditional marriage, you go do this, you do that. You know see all those ones. Say okay, make we do am as Oyibo they do am. And since now Oyibo way now be the correct way. Where give freedom, where give right to women. Yeah, you know say make them do am like that. You say make them. You want make them do am the way where African tradition involved now. But for you, when you reach Europe, now you bring another style. You go say, make them fuck tradition. You go come tell and say, white person do like this person, Oyibo man do like this, Oyibo man do like that. Now, I want to make you watch this video. This now Oyibo woman. Welcome dating section. He dey find man. They ask him first question. The children, how many children you get? He say 2. Later, I ask him, they get the same father? He say yes. Later, as the story they go on, he begin to reveal who she be. First of all, he say he want a man where be say trained by who have a mother training, be godly. I don't know the English when she even used there. Then after, thank God, women like her they are begin to where they truthful to themselves. They begin to see the fact now that. All what our women want, now them want this, want that, want everything, now them only to their own selfish interest. You see, he want this, he want that, he want a good man, he want a truthful man, he don't want lie, he don't want this, he don't want that. Only her. And at the end of the day, end up still saying that the 2 children won't even get a different father. You see, they're straightforward, but he wants somebody where they're straightforward. So I want to make una pay attention. Watch this video and don't forget share them with your friends and family and make I know what you think at the comment section. Be truthful to yourself, especially the women, especially una be women, whether you there for Nigeria, you there for abroad, anywhere you there, be truthful to yourself, because this is the problem. That's why a lot of our children are in prison. If you go to South America, 99.9% of our black women, they don't get husband for house. Age from 70, from 15 upward, they don't get children everywhere. No father. And that's why nobody they respect us. Because they drive the father come out for house with their feminist behavior, believing that the system is doing them favor. It's giving them freedom. It's giving them right. You don't need any man. You don't need anybody to tell you anything. You don't need anybody to control these children because you want them free. The same freedom they give to the children. So at the end of the day, they end up become nuisance to our society. So you watch this video and then let me know what you think at the comment section. Thank you.
I don't like this show because I feel low. You don't like this show because your ass don't want to take direct criticism. And you know what? That's why your ass is going to be watching me as long as I do the show. And you ain't going to get a man.
Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie, and we're about to get into a woman who called into Kendra G's show. And yeah, you're going to have to snatch on your wig for this one. Here we go.
Yes, I do. Me and my daughter was just watching your show. She's like, she finally picked you.
You have, okay, you said your daughter, you have one child?
I have two. I have a 6-year-old and my oldest will be 12 in July.
A 6-year-old and 12. Same mom? Same dad?
Yes.
What kind of man you looking for?
Somebody that's really honest. I want somebody mature, somebody that likes to laugh, somebody with their stuff together. It's not a whole lot of that around here. Somebody that's just nurturing. You don't find a lot of, motherly raised men anymore. I like the down south kind of feel of everything. So yeah, that's really important to me.
What is a motherly raised man? Is she meaning like a man who acts motherly towards her? I'm confused. Like, that makes no common sense. Like, what woman wants I've never heard any woman say they want a womanly raised man. So does she want a man who's been raised by just a woman and very domineering, or he has a lot of care for his mother, so maybe he's nurturing to other women?
What are some deal breakers besides not being raised by your mama?
A liar. I don't like liars, narcissists, anybody that's about themselves. I want a man that knows how to, raise a family and raise a business.
Raise a business? She's a cashier. And I'm going to be honest, it just sounds ignorant. Like, you don't raise a business, okay? This is where a lot of men get frustrated, because a woman who is a cashier at a restaurant, okay, we're not talking about some high-end woman who has a business, who knows what she's doing, but she expects him to be a businessman. And what makes her, like, qualified to say she wants a man who runs a business? And that right there, you can see the entitlement where she thinks she's better than the average man who just works a job.
Yeah, I thought I saw something. So that's a tattoo.
Yeah. It's this was my 30th birthday present to myself.
Say again?
I got this a couple years ago for my 30th birthday for myself.
Oh, okay.
Now, again, I'm not going into a woman's looks. That's not what I'm here for. But I would just say that tattoo, from what I've heard from most men, the vast majority of men, there are some men who really like tattoos on women. I will give you that. But it's a small percentage. Most men, they're okay with maybe a small tattoo here or there or whatever like that. But it's preferable to have no tattoos, but especially a big wing chest tattoo on you that, like, it is a signal, but it immediately, and this is the feedback from men, you don't have to like it, you can think it's hurting somebody's feelings, and why could you say that about it? I'm just telling you, sis, it is what it is. They're going to see you a certain way. Just look it up. Ask any men. They may not want to hurt your feelings, but the internet won't lie to you and tell you that ain't it, sis. That really ain't it.
Tonight. Okay, so you was married. Are you officially divorced?
It's in the process. I don't know if it's considered officially, but it's literally like.
How do you know if it's? What do you mean you don't know if it's?
The paperwork probably about a month ago, so it's basically like.
So is it fair? Is it fair enough to say that you're probably still legally married?
No, definitely not.
So you just told me you're not sure if you're officially divorced.
No, I know. The paperwork's just been wrapped up. That's what I was explaining to you.
All right. So, Tara, now that I know that, I got to go back to some things that you said. So, What were the requirements, again, you want from a guy?
Honesty.
So, were you honest the last 7 years as you was dating with every guy that you were still?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm one of them people that I feel like it would just not make sense to lie about something because you're going to end up, building up the lies. So I'm that person that's annoyingly transparent.
Tara, when was your last relationship?
Probably about 2 years now.
2 years. So, you don't have to answer this question, but I'm gonna ask. When was the last time you was intimate with a guy?
Actually, I've been celibate since October.
Last year?
Yes.
Okay, so this decision of celibacy, what is the goal? Is it until relationship, marriage?
Absolutely.
Which
Absolutely.
one?
Particularly a relationship to begin with, but I haven't decided if I wanted to wait until marriage to do anything because this is my first celibacy journey. I'm still kind of trying to figure it all out, but I said plain as day. I said all I do is work and take care of my kids. I said if you can't be here for me at my worst, then you can't have me at my best. So, I had to get on my feet a little bit. I said, you know what? They weren't here at me at my worst. They weren't here with me at my worst. So, I'm at my best now. I look a little, off the rails right now, but I'm at my best. So I'm kind of just trying to take a minute to sit in my best and then kind of figure me out.
It's almost like she's just spitting out, regurgitating things she's heard. If you can't have me at my worst, then you can't have me at my best. Like, let's be honest, sis. Really? Like, and what does that have to do with being celibate? I don't understand. This woman's been married. She has 2 children. I think one's from the husband, one's from somebody else, because the timing doesn't make sense for it to be her ex-husband's. She has 2 children already. She's probably slept with multiple men, but now any new man that comes in her life, she's may make them wait until they're married before she sleeps with him, have a reborn vagina, and now after children have come out of it, and now they have this chastity belt on to do it the right way. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But at the same time, just don't expect most men, the vast majority of men, you're already knocking yourself down by several things. Let's be honest. It looks like she has a little extra weight, but there's some men who do like women with a lot of extra, not some, she looks like she has a lot of extra weight. There are some men who do like extra weight, but it's not the vast majority. Okay. So that's already limiting your pool. Your second thing is that you have 2 children. I do too. So listen, this is no knock on that, but your pool is now limited again. You have tattoos all over the place. That is going to, and huge one on your chest is very visible that cannot be covered up. That's going to limit your pool again. Now you're questioning whether to even have sex with a man. You're going to make him wait as though you were a virgin bride. That's fine. That's your choice to do. But again, you're limiting your pool to teeny, teeny, tiny. And then also you're kind of confused and lying about the divorce. It doesn't, when you start to add this all up, and plus you have a requirement that a man needs to know how to raise a business. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'm going to be honest with you.
I love my tall chocolate brothers. I'm not going to hold you. I really, really love just a man with a educational and ethic background. My youngest daughter's father is Nigerian. My oldest daughter's father is African American. I really loved everything that my youngest daughter's father could teach me. He spoke a lot of different languages and stuff, so it was kind of like school at home. So I didn't mind that. As far as looks, I really love a beautiful smile.
Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Money is not everything, but I definitely want you to have enough to take care of yourself, maybe some that we could go on like a yearly trip at the minimum, you know what I mean? But he doesn't have to be loaded.
All right, y'all. All right. So, okay. You know what? Your preference is your preference. You like what you like. And nobody could tell you what your preference should be. Let me just put that out there. But one of the requirements she has is that he must be tall. She likes tall chocolate brothers. That's what she said specifically. So you need to be tall. You need to be brown or dark. You need to have a great smile. And he doesn't need to be loaded, but you need to be able to take, at a minimum, she needs to go on a trip a year, big trip a year. I got to be honest, sis, I don't think it's going to happen. And, she can want what she can want, but I don't know. You fellas tell me in the comments, any tall chocolate brothers with a good smile and can take a woman on a trip once a year, you let me know what you think, because I'm just a female. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. She's very sweet. She seems like a very nice woman, but I think yeah.
You don't want more kids, right?
No, not right now.
Okay, so the guy can't have kids. You're fine with that?
Yeah, he can.
Okay. Both of your kids have the same child's father, right?
Yes and no. So before my husband and I got married, well, my ex-husband and I got married, I left him because of the abusive situation. And then I started dating my younger child's father, and I got pregnant. And
pause. They don't have the same father then.
Legally, my husband agreed to get married with me before we got pregnant.
Okay, let me ask this question directly, because we're not going to do this, Tara, now.
What?
Do both of the kids come from the same sperm?
No.
Okay. So I understand there might be an adoption. So there's two different men. And again, shout out to y'all in the comments, because I missed that one too. Someone in the comments said that you changed that answer. I have to be very specific and direct with these questions.
That's why my youngest daughter's father was never ever in the picture.
But Tara, that's fine. But you said you want a person that's honest. You sat up here and you gave a bold-faced lie. Tara, you have any kids?
Yes, I do. Me and my daughter was just watching your show. She's like, she finally picked you. I'm not camera ready.
You pushed the request?
Yes, I know. I knew you were gonna say that.
You said your daughter. You have one child?
I have two. I have a 6-year-old, and my oldest will be 12 in July.
A 6-year-old and 12. Same mom? Same dad?
Yes.
Same dad.
Oh my gosh, I didn't catch it. She did in the beginning said it was the same dad. This woman is a liar. I knew something was off on her about her. She's a liar and a manipulator. She's lied about the divorce. She's lying about the same father. I mean, how hard is it to say that your children don't have the same father? I mean, she can't answer that basic question straight up. I could tell this is a woman who's always spinning a story, telling a tale, and she's going to lie and manipulate in order to make you believe whatever she's saying. And because she's doing with a smile and not attitude, it comes across, it doesn't feel as jarring, or you don't feel alerted. The other thing I just noticed, she's letting her 11-year-old daughter, probably the youngest one too, watch a dating show, like about singles talk about dating. And Kendra G's show it can get kind of raunchy with the things that she talks about. Why are you letting a child that young watch something like this? Ooh. All right, I'm gonna be on her now.
Not really.
They're not by the same man. Your children are not by the same guy. That's not a factual statement.
If you knew like me and like my situation, you could.
I understand. First of all, Tara, I want to say this. I picked on you because I see your name a lot in the comments. You're very positive. So I'm not trying. So I don't want you to take this as I'm being mean to you, because I'm not being mean to you. I know with women, whenever I have to have direct conversations with women, they be like, "Oh, Kendra, you're so mean." I'm not being mean, but one thing we not going to do, Tara, is play an imagination game. The question is very clear, and the clear question I ask everybody when they have multiple children is it by the same woman, same man? You said it is by the same man. They are not by the same man. That's fair to say, right?
Yeah, when I think about it, I don't think that way though, because in my mind, it's like I only have one child's father. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
So when people ask me that question, that is the answer that I give, and then I give an explanation like I was trying to give to you.
But you didn't give the explanation when I first asked you. You just said yes, and somebody in the comments picked it up.
I had to comment a little bit.
You didn't. So that's not true. You didn't say in the beginning they have the same dad. You didn't give the explanation. You left it at a yes, and we kept going with the conversation. So that's not true. So what you require is honesty, but you are not being honest. I don't think you're being honest with yourself.
For her, like very basic yes and no questions, she's got to spin in 1,000 directions and give these long. He's like, are there things you need to work on? She could have said yes. She could have said, and then Kendra could have just been like, well, what are those things? And she could have just answered. She's giving, you see how she's all these talking points. Something is not right in the buttermilk, sis. I'm sorry. You should be able to answer these questions, and she can't. Whoo. She is a walking red flag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She is. I'm sorry.
So what are some things you think you do have to work on?
I don't know, patience a little bit. Trying to learn me a little bit better in a general sense, I think.
Okay. I think you're a sweet woman, but I think you have a lot of things you got to get together. And one of the things I think you need to get together is you kept saying in your mind, like you have a vision of stuff in your mind, but you also have to be honest with the person.
I just been through a lot, you know. Within my last relationship, I was just very committed to something I didn't know that I should have gotten away from. So with that, it just led into a lot of complications, more like a Bonnie and Clyde type of situation that was more Bonnie than Clyde, if you will. So it was like, ever since then, I have been worried about myself because I don't ever want to get in a situation like that again. So that's why I said I'm not like in a rush, but if there's somebody that God sends my way, then that's what, you know, maybe I'm meant for.
Got you. Let's do it.
A Bonnie and Clyde situation. Bonnie and Clyde, okay, weren't they murderers and like robbers? And they were doing crime together, and she was more Bonnie, and he, bruh.
And there you have it.
Have a good night.
Bye. Before I go any further, let me address some comments because I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of whenever I have to have a direct moment with a woman, oh, Kendra, you're being insensitive. You're making people feel low. Don't watch my show. If that's how you feel, do not watch it. Because when I have a man up here, there's nothing but women. Actually, let me talk about this. I have a guy on my Facebook page right now who's in a jacuzzi. And there are so many women in the comments saying he's gay, he's this, he's a sissy, he's giving me feminine vibes. You women don't have any problems expressing yourself when it's something negative to a male. But let a woman come up here and we have to have a real talk moment. All of a sudden, I don't like this show because I feel low. You don't like this show because your ass don't want to take direct criticism. And you know what? That's why your ass is going to be watching me as long as I do the show. And you ain't going to get a man because you're not strong enough to woman up and maybe realize there's some shit you got to get together. Okay? So I'm really done with the sensitive women that watch the show that are always complaining when I got to give a woman real talk. And I do it in the most sensitive way as possible. If you guys ever notice, it's exhausting. It really is. So I don't want you to watch my show no more. If you feel as though I'm making someone feel low, this show ain't for you. Go do something else with your Saturday night, with your Friday night, with your life. Because I'm over it. Especially when women are literally more mean than the men on my show. Go to the comments on my page. It is 80% women saying the negative things. I'm over that shit. So if you guys can dish it, learn how to take it. And it's that simple. I'm not going to sit up here walking on eggshells, talking to women when they got crazy shit happening in their lives because you guys are so freaking sensitive. Woman up. Maybe it's time for you to do something in your life and kind of get your shit together. Have you ever thought of that? Absolutely, there's men up here that got crazy shit going on. I talk to them every night. But guess what? Y'all in that same pool at times, but y'all don't want to admit it. So I'm over it. So if you feel as though I'm insensitive, I'm mean, and you can't handle it, my show ain't for you, boo. Go somewhere else. I'm over it. I really am. Every single time. So, I mean, we could just keep lying and just saying, oh, you know what? That sounds good. And then what's going to happen? Ain't no change going to happen. Because when I do stuff, it really comes from a good place. Whether you understand that or not, I'm telling you this from a good place. I'm not a mean-hearted person. I really am not. But you have to give truth if you want to get results. If we keep beating around the bush saying the same old bullshit, you're not gonna get nowhere. And it's because everybody just trying to be too kind, but y'all not even kind. That's what gets me. Y'all not even kind. Y'all are the meanest people in the comment section to these men on my show. But all of a sudden, when we got to talk to a woman, child, Kendra, me, I don't like watching the show. She too insensitive. Well, guess what, bitch? Don't watch it. It ain't for you. And now that problem is solved. Because I'm going to be who I am. So that's going to be clear. And I ain't forcing you to be here. So if you can't handle it, my show ain't for you. Next.
Y'all, hold on. Okay. I'm going to have to make this a separate clip on my channel just because I was not ready for her to give that smoke at the end. Kendra G, she's called into Kevin Samuels' show, had beef with him, all types of things with the manosphere, with Red Pill, all that. And now she is saying exactly what a lot of the men, her having to deal with women over her show. It's not the men being nasty in the comments. It's not the men calling. Like, she is telling it like it is. Woo! She came with the holy smoke. The holy smoke came down in her. That's why I was shocked. This was amazing. Okay, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. But this is about to be a whole nother video. I am here for Kendra, y'all. Y'all need to go support her right now.